Officer Phil Wagner served the Lorain Police Department with honor, courage, and dedication. His commitment to protecting and serving our community will never be forgotten. 349 to all units. 4178 is out of service.
It's a call a radio dispatcher never wants to make. That was the final call of service for fallen Lorain Police Officer Phillip Wagner.
Hundreds gathered in downtown Cleveland today to pay their final respects to Officer Wagner, who was killed in the line of duty last week.
And that will do it for 3 News at 5.
Russ and Christy continue our team coverage of today's memorial service.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
3 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from WKYC Studios, this is 3 News at 6 with Russ Mitchell and Christy Paul.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
All of us who wear the badge as a sign of pride and honor are him.
Stars through the perilous fight.
We are here to remember Officer Phillip Wagner, a devoted husband, a loving father, a brave protector, and a true hero of Lorain.
All have felt the impact of this tragedy. Badge 4178 will never be forgotten.
We thank you for joining us tonight. A community in mourning comes together to honor fallen officer, Lorain Police Officer Phillip Wagner.
He was killed in the line of duty 1 week ago today after he was ambushed by a lone gunman.
We begin our team coverage tonight with Annabelle Childers, who's live at Rocket Arena for a look at the emotional memorial held there today in his honor. Annabelle, good evening.
Good evening. It truly was such a powerful morning. You know, over the last week, we've seen so much support come in from the community for Officer Wagner, but this morning we really got the chance to see what that support was like from the people who knew him best.
A devoted husband, a loving father, a brave protector, and a true hero of Lorain.
This morning, thousands filled these seats to honor the life of Officer Phillip Wagner, united in agreement that 35 years was far too short a life, and yet assured through the words of those who knew him that Officer Wagner's years were full of intention, purpose, and impact.
Your presence says everything about the man we're here to remember.
To those blessed to call him a friend, like Detective Matt Hartman, he was simply known as Phil.
You could always make him smile if you brought up guns or SWAT. He had a passion that never switched off.
Lorain's police chief shared how Wagner turned passion into action, earning his SWAT pin just 2 days before his death, all the while bringing joy into the department.
Phil was also known for his impromptu dance moves during the middle of night shift.
And still, Wagner was so much more than his work. He was a husband and father of 3, and his family meant everything to him.
Jessica, your love was his foundation. Your strength was his peace. And to his 3 children, your father was a champion.
Josh Smith, the pastor at Officer Wagner's church, also shared Wagner's deep commitment to his Christian faith, saying his relationship with Jesus was the foundation for his life.
If Phil stood among us today, he would say, put your trust in Jesus. Bring the messy, broken, wounded parts to him.
This service came to a close with a prayer Wagner would often repeat at church.
I invite Jesus into my mess. Heal my wounds. I give you my life.
And then the final radio call.
Godspeed, sir. We have the watch from here. 349 to all units. 4178 is out of service.
Now, following that service, Wagner's body was put in a Lorain SWAT vehicle, and then a procession took him to Bellevue, Ohio for a private burial service. Now, I want to mention that Officer Brent Payne was there in attendance for the service this morning. Payne, one of those officers that was shot last week. His presence and then the presence of the entire crowd was just such a testament to how badly people wanted to be here and support Officer Wagner.
No doubt. Annabelle, thank you so much.
Hundreds lined the streets as the procession for Officer Wagner made its way from North Ridgeville to downtown Cleveland. Lindsey Buckingham spoke with some people who came out to pay their respects today. Lindsey joins us now in the studio with more. Lindsey, good evening to you.
Hi, Russ. Well, mourners started gathering along the procession early in the morning, some carrying homemade signs and others simply carrying the weight of the tragic loss. Today, Officer Phillip Wagner's community showed up to honor his sacrifice and heroism. As dawn broke in North Ridgeville, the streets fell silent. Neighbors were preparing to say goodbye to one of their own. Brenda Hazelwood and Jackie Allen say the pain hits close to home.
I couldn't explain it. It just hurts so bad. I mean, we have police officers in our family, so that's why it bothered us the most, probably.
The two sisters spent the night making these signs of support, arriving at 4 a.m. outside Liston Funeral Home to pay their respects.
Our heart just goes out to the family.
And the other officers that
and
were
then the officers, too, and that were injured. And God will keep them in their prayers, and God will watch over them.
Officer Phillip Wagner's final journey was lined in blue, from hundreds of patrol cars to the motorcycle escort to community members cloaked in both sorrow and pride, hanging ribbons and American flags, standing in solitude for their fallen hero.
Just how senseless. He's 35 years old. 3 little girls. Of course, a wife. Those girls are going to grow up now without their dad.
Every emotion was present along Center Ridge and Lear Nagel, but Greg Schwert feels anger as reality hits. 3 officers in Northeast Ohio killed in the last 14 months.
It does have to stop. I wish I had the answer, but I think the first thing, it's got to start with that word, that respect. It's lacking in our country right now.
Officer Wagner died in the line of duty, leaving behind a community that will never forget his sacrifice and a department who will carry with them his legacy of service and honor. Well, throughout the procession today, we witnessed the raw emotion of the community, some people bowing their heads in honor, others wiping away tears, and many holding signs of support, all determined to pay their respects.
All right, Lindsey Buckingham here in the studio. Thank you. In Lorain, the community continues to gather at a growing memorial outside the police station.
Danielle Wiggins spoke with neighbors today who say they are grieving alongside the Lorain Police Department and standing with Officer Wagner's family.
The heart of the 10-year-old mourns for a man she never met.
He did a lot of stuff for us, and I feel bad because I don't know why they would do that to him.
Gracie Huddleston is leading her own family, including her mom, in giving honor and respect to Lorain Police Officer Phillip Wagner, who was killed last week in an ambush-style attack.
She said, I want to go home, I want to go get a bear, and I want to take it up to his memorial just to show my respect.
And as law enforcement from around the country were gathered nearly 30 miles away in downtown Cleveland to say goodbye to their brother in blue.
And how long have you lived here in Lorain?
56 years.
Lorain County residents like William Ballard continue to return to the growing memorial outside of the Lorain Police Department.
This is my 4th time down here since this happened, because I'm just in disbelief.
Today we gather with hearts that are broken, but united.
And as Lorain Mayor Jack Bradley represented the community at Wagner's memorial service Wednesday, he made sure the city would never forget the day they lost a hero.
I, Jack W. Bradley, Mayor of the City of Lorain, do hereby proclaim July 24th as Officer Phillip Wagner Day.
A proclamation of gratitude to be honored each year.
And thank you for always helping us and keeping us safe.
For a man who gave his life to protect and serve.
I've stayed in contact with Mayor Bradley since the memorial service. He says the proclamation is meant to remind the community to live, love, and serve like Officer Wagner. He is hoping that every July 24th, the community will light up the city of Lorain in blue to remember Officer Wagner's legacy. In Lorain, Danielle Wiggins, 3 News.
Danielle, thank you. Now, Officer Wagner is being laid to rest in Bellevue, about an hour and a half from Cleveland. And just look at what was waiting for him and his family. Nearly 200 flags lining the streets from the Capital Aluminum Glass Corporation to York Chapel Cemetery. Now, Officer Wagner's grandfather, Bob Wagner, is the founder of Capital Aluminum. I spoke with a resident there who told me members of the Bellevue Veterans Memorial and local firefighters placed all of those flags, and they did so for the family to thank them and, quote, pray God watches over them. They said it was also to honor law enforcement personnel who put their lives on the line daily.
And during today's memorial, we learned more about Officer Wagner's life outside of the police force. The family's pastor said that above everything else, Officer Wagner was devoted most to his wife and kids.
You are his delight, and he loved you so well.
Jessica Wagner, the wife of Lorain Police Officer Phillip Wagner, wiped away tears as the couple's pastor shared details about the family.
On July 18th, when he was on his vacation, and there was a day that things were just kind of swirling around Jessica, and he was deep cleaning their van. And Jessica, at one point, she goes, "You always take care of me, even on vacation." And without hesitation, Phil said, "I'll take care of you for the rest of my life."
Jessica and Philip were married for 10 years and had 3 children. Born September 1st, 1989 in Flagstaff, Arizona, Wagner served 4 years as an officer in Sheffield Village before joining Lorain Police. Besides his wife and children, Officer Wagner is survived by his mother and siblings.
So today, we come together to honor the hero, Phil Wagner.
Officer Wagner's family has asked that any donations be made to the Fraternal Order of Police of Ohio. We'll be right back.